Welcome to another episode of Mojave River Valley News. This is our candidate series. And again, we're out here at the Hesperia Civic Park. What a beautiful night. We have some candidates tonight we're going to be talking about from the city of Victorville, from an assembly seat, from a school board seat, to a water board seat, to a college seat. And it'd be fun to see exactly what everybody's thinking here tonight. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. We're going to be sitting down with the candidate. It's Josh Pullen. Now, Josh is running for the Hesperia City Council. It'd be interesting to see what he thinks, where the city should go, not go. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. Hey, welcome back. I'm Eric Swanson. I'm here with Josh Pullen. Josh is running for the City of Hesperia City Council, Area 5. I get that right?
Yeah, District 5.
Excellent. Josh, take a few moments to tell the folks about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so thank you for having me, Eric. My name is Josh Pullen. I'm a 34-year resident of Hesperia. Basically born and raised here. I came here shortly after elementary school, moved up here with my mom, who was single at the time. Went to Hesperia High School, graduated in 1996. Shortly after that, joined the United States Air Force, spent 4 years stationed in Oklahoma. Ended up marrying my wife a year after I was stationed there in 1997. We've now been married for 27 years. Returned to Hesperia shortly after I got out of the Air Force, about a month after. We came straight back to Hesperia. This is where our family and our friends are. Started working construction with my wife's uncle, who did roads and pipeline and stuff like that, general contracting, and moved into the fire district. Started working for Samuel County Fire District in 2006 and been there ever since.
Nice. So you're going to be elected into a multi-million-dollar organization, okay, where there's going to be 5 of you. And so how do you feel you fit with such a big, how do you fit with a multi-million-dollar organization?
Yeah, so for me, I think it's a fairly easy transition, right? So working in the fire district, I've been fortunate enough to promote all the way up to Division Chief of Administration, where I'm working closely to run portions of our budget right now. One of my big responsibility is PFMD, which is Project Facilities Management. So I'm doing capital improvement projects all the time, looking for public-private partnerships, looking for grants out there and stuff. So I think it'll be an easy transition for me to now begin working with the city, which I do have some experience with. When I was a battalion chief here in the city of Hesperia, I worked with the city staff and stuff. So it'll be a fairly easy transition. The 2 jobs are very similar in how they look for funding sources and how they use their money. So I think it should be fairly easy.
So I'm going to segue right into the perfect topic with that is safety. Safety, we look at safety is, it's kind of funny. It's always interesting. Somebody made this comment to me the other day. He says, when you think of safety, we think of these police officers. I says, well, how about the people at the fire that are ready to respond to you in a minute's notice?
Yeah.
What do you feel Hesperia is in the right direction, wrong direction? Where do we make safety better for our community here?
So safety in Hesperia is headed in the right direction. We've made great strides in the last few years. I think the city council, the city council of the last few years, and then the staff of the city have done a great job working with the fire district and the sheriff's department. So I think the next step is obviously bringing in more sheriff deputies. It can never hurt to have more sheriff's deputies. With that, I think also bringing in more fire stations. I know we're getting close to opening up Station 306 here at the south end of I there, in the opening to the Silverwood development. So that'll bring more safety, right? It'll bring a closer, shortened response time to that side of the city, which will be huge. With that, the only way you're going to bring in more safety is to bring in more business. But you have to have public safety for businesses to want to come here, right? So
perfect segue into the next topic. Business opportunities, because sometimes you watch a community, and I've been around for many years, and I've watched other communities stifle, and I've had other communities that open up to this. And there's a balance, I understand, between there. What do you think Hesperia needs to go to be able to encourage? Because a business opportunity is what pays for all these things we want.
Yeah, so with the Silverwood development, which is going to be huge in the city of Hesperia, the Bright Line coming in, right, in the next few years, and then everybody obviously moving to the community because of what the community has to offer, right? And us having our commuters to Vegas and stuff, I think we have an opportunity to bring more business in off the freeway, off of Ranchero, and create some type of identity for the city. I think what you're talking about, cities such as Rancho Cucamonga or Redlands, they create some identity, right? Norco has an identity, Horsetown. I think Hesperia has that opportunity coming in the next few years to create an identity to attract businesses coming here. And obviously with a robust public safety system, they'll want to be here. They'll want to be in our city.
So we're talking about bringing more money into the community by business opportunities. One of the biggest things that always seems to be very difficult because of cost of public safety is getting the roads and the traffic infrastructure. What do you feel we need to do on that? Because it's all money, unfortunately. It's just you can't do it for nothing.
No, you can't. You can't do it for nothing. But as businesses come in, right, and as you can prove to the federal government, the state, there's grants out there. We could be looking for grants. We could be looking for developers to help us. We obviously have to look towards the highway system, right? Like 138 and 173 are not going to be able to support this many commuters. We see it right now. There's a bunch of traffic every single morning, every single afternoon, right? The same thing with the Interstate 15. So we're going to have to be able to work with the state and the feds to make sure that we improve those thoroughfare systems. And then within the city, as the businesses come in, we need to be expanding the roads such as they've done with Ranchero over the last couple of years. And we need to continue down that path. We're not going to be able to do it overnight, but we need to set a sustainable path that over the next 5, 10, 15 years, looking down the road, we need to be able to build out the road systems.
So you're going to be working along with 5 of the folks and the city manager. We're not 5 of the folks, you're one of the 5 folks.
Yeah.
How do you feel you fit with that?
I feel I fit pretty well. Like I said, I've been fortunate to be able to work with them on a different, a different level, and now coming in, I think it's all about relationships, creating good relationships, working relationships, not only with the city council here and the staff and everybody that works for the city of Hesperia or anybody in Hesperia, but the surrounding communities too, right? This is our community. This entire area is our community. So I think it just goes back to creating relationships, right? And good, strong, conducive relationships that are open to dialogue and disagreement, but can move things forward as we move on.
And I only have a few seconds for this, but I think this is a topic I really want to touch. What's next for Hesperia?
I think for Hesperia, what's next is, like I said earlier, I think it's creating an identity. I think it's really creating something here in Hesperia based on our culture that's a little bit different than everywhere else in the state that attracts people and businesses to here.
Josh, take a few moments and tell the folks why they should vote for you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Eric. I'd like to ask for your vote for District 5 in Hesperia. I think all I could say is that, I'm a lifelong resident here. I've worked in the fire district. I've come into many of your homes. I know your guys' struggles, and, I'm an honest person. I've been married for 27 years, 2 kids, family man. I'm just looking to do better in the city of Hesperia.
Josh, thank you for sharing with us today. Thank you very much. We've had a chance to sit down with some great candidates tonight. It's interesting to see how what the candidates feel that what they need to be and where they're trying to aspire and what they think the city council or the school board, for the water board or whatever agency, even the trustees at the college, what everybody's thinking here. So, you know what? If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up, because we want to provide more of these candidate forums, these interviews to get them out to the public, because how in the world do you find out who these folks are nowadays? It's very, very difficult. So, you know what? Stay tuned. We got more coming your way, more episodes of, no matter if it's candidates or all kinds of stuff from Mojave River Valley News. We'll see you next time.
us having our commuters to Vegas and stuff, I